Hey there, Mike Barbanica. I'm the Mayor Pro Tem for the city of Antioch. I wanted to make sure that residents understood what is going on in your own city. And let's just talk first about council members and how council members, and I'll talk more on other things in future videos. But for now, let's just talk about how council members can actually have conversations with departments going on in the city. Let me give you an example. I'm the council member for District 2. If we have a homicide in District 2, if we have a shooting in District 2, if we have an issue with code enforcement in District 2, I can't pick up the phone and make a phone call and speak to somebody at the police department and say, you know what, the people in my district are concerned with what's going on. Can you tell me what occurred? I can't pick up the phone and say, I have a problem with an encampment over here. What I have to do as a council member is I have to, under the new rules of the interim city manager, under the new rules, the department heads are not allowed to talk to us. A city manager can't tell us who we can talk to, but they can tell their department heads that they can't speak to us. So it's a way to control the narrative. How do you control the narrative? You silence people. You don't let them talk. So if we have a shooting, I can't pick up the phone and say, hey, chief, what's going on? Let me give you an example of what we're talking about. Recently, we had a shooting over in the Delta Fair area. I was not able to pick up the phone, talk to the chief, and say, chief, tell me what's going on in my own district so I can tell people in the district. What I have to do is I have to send an email to the interim city manager's assistant. That assistant will check everybody's calendars, make sure that everybody's free and can talk, and then set up a time where I can meet one-on-one with the police chief and have a conversation. But the interim city manager or his designee has to be present during the conversation. You want to talk about controlling narrative and bottlenecking information coming out to you, the people that live in this community that elected us to represent you. That's the way to do it. Recently, I was contacted by somebody who said, what are we doing with police cars? Why are these police cars continually not put on the agenda? We need some new police cars in this community. What's the problem? Why are we not getting them on the agenda? Informally, here's what I was told by more than one source. We're waiting until the new interim police chief comes in so he can request it. What are we doing? Are we going to put officers in jeopardy by not having the proper equipment just so we can say the new interim police chief was the one that came in and requested those cars? This is ridiculous. Again, when you're scared of the narrative that's going out, what do? You lock it down and you control it. This has to stop. This is one example of the problems that we're having in this community, and it's unacceptable. You, as the voters, need to know about this. You need to understand. The interim city manager that came in, it's no secret. It was not a 5-0 vote. It was a 3-2 vote. There is no secret. But and I'm always the first one to say, okay, I didn't support this, but I want to see it successful, whatever it is. But now being told that I can't have a conversation with department heads or they can't talk to me. I can talk to them. They just can't talk back. Absolutely ridiculous. You, the voters, need to know what's going on in City Hall. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. Thank you. Mike Barbanica, Mayor Pro Tem, City of Antioch.